Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I will be doing another graphic novel review. This one will be on Kill Shakespeare, number 2. Yes, I said number 2. I don't have number 1 or number 3. It's a 3-part mini-series type of thing. And yeah, the only reason I got number 2 is because the place I got it, number 1 ran out. And I wanted to try to start with the earliest one they had. Number 1 ran out, so I got number 2. Yeah. So, this is a pretty interesting miniseries. I did get it signed by the author. Um, that's why it cost me a little bit more extra money. Um, so yeah, I mean, this book is technically about $20, but I got it at 15 due to the fact that it's broken to hell. I mean, if you guys notice, this thing is bending and wait. Really, the whole thing just broke out. So I got it at a cheaper price, but I honestly don't think that price was worth it. But I'm I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, due to the fact that this, just like story wise and graphic wise and whatever. So this was a pretty interesting series. I never heard of it till I went to the book fair, saw it and whatever. It's produced by IDW, and I believe no, actually no, they don't. So basically, this basically is a graphic novel based on a bunch of characters made by Shakespeare. I mean, you do actually have Shakespeare, and besides him, you also have Hamlet, Juliet, Capulet, from Romeo and Juliet, Romeo, Montague, um, John Falstaff, Othello, Iago, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, and a bunch of other people, characters from his stories. You do have some iconic scenes taken from his plays and novels in here. Such as one of the most famous ones is the Romeo kissing Juliet. Here it was replaced with Juliet kissing Hamlet. I'll show you the splash page. And yeah. So basically, it's like just these people are just trying to find Shakespeare because they want answers. Because if you guys have read any of the Shakespeare books, you will see that some of the people, have unanswered questions. And really, you don't even have to read Shakespeare to understand this book. They basically tell you, not right off the bat. Well, some of them do, but some of them not right off the bat. But you understand some of the problems from these characters, and that's why they want to try to find Shakespeare. At the end of the book, there's basically this all-out war type of thing with one of the characters. I think I'm not completely sure, but I think it's Iago, Falstaff, and Macbeth. And basically, they're really just in this war because they're trying to find the Shot Queen, which kind of turned out to be Falstaff, kind of turned out to be Hamlet, like both of them at the same time. And also a bit of in Romeo. So it's a, in my opinion, this is a complicated book to understand. I mean, and also the timeline is also a bit complicated. Also, like the way these characters talk, because I understand, and this was made about when Shakespearean era in 1600. So people talked weird, but I mean, you could kind of pass the language and kind of understand some of the words these people are saying, but not entirely. Like there's parts you really don't understand. The plot is intriguing to to an extent, to a degree. I mean, and I think that's due to the amount of the complexity of this book. Um, yeah. I mean, there does seem to be a lot of action in this book. A lot of like tense, tense and suspense. A little bit of humor now and there, but it's a decent book. I mean, there is this like one all-out war section which I have mentioned, and there's actually a pretty cool scene where I couldn't tell who killed him, but Iago was basically got his head chopped off by this guy. I don't think they ever mentioned his name. You know, but it's pretty cool seeing Iago was like ranting on like how. Wait, I'm trying to find exactly what he was ranting on. Um, Something about Juliet, I'm guessing, or like love, or how he's not respected enough. Could be any of those. And it's hard to get past by the by the language and the lingo, but whatever. I mean, it's a pretty decent book. I mean, I do like the artwork. The artwork is pretty decent. I mean, there's a couple of pages here of the artwork. And then you do have some bonuses. Like there is this one page that is supposed to come out. It's basically of this one scene like of in the play, and it's basically this page is actually in this book, and it's the same thing. Only difference is that the bubbles aren't in the thing. So it's pretty. It's pretty interesting. To have those bonus. You also do have like an artwork bonus, like a bonus gallery of artwork. And then you do have like a short backstory on. I'm assuming it's Juliet. Probably Juliet or Macbeth. Actually doesn't say her name here. Was sort of the mother of Demetrius, Alarbus, and Chiron. I'm not really familiar with Shakespeare, so I wouldn't know that. But if someone knows, please tell me who that lady is. Give me an idea. I'd appreciate it. But I'm trying to be unbiased as possible because my book is kind of torn up. So yeah, I mean the artwork is good. Some of the dialogue is pretty good, but another part of the dialogue isn't that good. The storyline is a bit complex to follow. It's a bit difficult to follow. I mean at times, which is a bad side. But it is a bit well. At parts it is well written. At parts I think some scenes are just like more filler, in my opinion. Some scenes don't make sense for several reasons. The artwork doesn't seem to fit with the dialogue, or the dialogue doesn't seem to fit with the artwork. Wait, how's that? Sorry. I don't know. I saw a flash of lightning. Just a reflector or a card, whatever. Like some, it's a bit off sometimes. The timeline is kind of hard to follow. I mean, but yet you do have some iconic scenes, such as the Romeo kissing Juliet, or in this case, Hamlet kissing Juliet. But it's still a pretty iconic scene. I mean, and the characters, in my opinion, don't seem memorable. At least they don't seem in the comics, because I actually have read some of Shakespeare's work. Romeo and Juliet, a bit of Hamlet. But they're not really. I think they don't seem to fit the description that Shakespeare meant to fit. Put them in, as they do in the play. The comic ones don't fit the description. They do have the brave, the courage, and all that. But at the end, the description for the comics is I really felt like the ones for the play. I mean, I do understand they're trying to make it their own, but it's just a bad attempt. Hamlet, they actually succeeded. I mean, Juliet, they did a decent job. Iago, yeah, I don't know. He was iffy. Macbeth, I've never actually read Macbeth, so Falstaff, I don't think I've ever read anything from in which Falstaff was in, so I wouldn't know. Romeo didn't fit his description at all. I mean, he was just brave, but at times he just seemed a coward in the story. So, Shakespeare, the Shakespeare character seemed kind of off, like crazy, delusional. So he was kind of weird. So the characters don't either they're not memorable or they're not they don't fit a proper description as Shakespeare meant them to be. And yeah, The writing's a bit off, so it's drawings at times, but overall, it's pretty good. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'd have to put this at a 5.5. I mean, there's a lot of problems with it. Yeah, there's a lot of ups. I mean, I will try to read the first and the second and the third one, but whatever. So yeah, this is Daniel Mart signing off.